look, we appreciate that homage. That homage. I heard that Detroit in there.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the basement. That's BASSMINT. Tell us your name, sir.
Tony G. Copeland.
Tony G. Copeland. He's hanging out with us all the way from Houston, Texas.
Yes.
He's not from Houston, but he's coming from Houston. That's where he resides at the moment. So, with that said, we're going to do an interview with this Houston bass player. But before we get to that, we got to introduce the squad of other bass players to come to join us. And starting on my fret hand side, tell us your name, Joe.
Joseph Velos.
Thank you, Joe, for hanging out with us. Next to Joe, what's your name, Joe?
Joe Sanchez.
Two Joes. Thank you, Joes.
Steve Tufel.
Steve Tufel. And next to Steve is Parker Klein. Hold on a second. This camera wants to. There you go. I got you in focus now. Parker Klein. Next to him, tell us your name.
Chris Snyder.
Cool, Chris.
Wait, hold on. You kind of like close up. You like really. There you go. And then behind him, we got.
Robert Lopaka Luckett.
Wait, hold up. Let me do this. And then, can you see him?
Yep.
Who else we got back there?
Robert Lopaka Luckett out of Southgate.
And it looks like we got two future bass players. Tell us y'all names, children, the ones that's listening.
My name is Shichi.
What? Say that again.
What's your real name?
Christian.
Hello, and what's your name?
Christopher.
Y'all know anything about the bass guitar?
Huh?
Y'all know what a bass guitar is?
My dad plays bass.
Same thing.
All right, good. Thank you. And also back there's
Derek Fire from Warren. All right, Derek.
And let's go ahead and do a full 360 since we're doing this. So tell us your name.
Steve Burkhalter.
Thank you for hosting these, Steve, letting us use your basement. We really appreciate that, bro, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
It's an honor.
Yeah. Next to him, tell us your name.
Freddie Guy Hudson.
The legend is in the house with us, y'all. If y'all don't know who FGH is, you better look him up, and you can find him right here on this channel. Just check it out. Interview with him, and then next to him, tell us your name.
Cynthia Willis.
Cynthia Willis, the Basement alumni. We got an interview with her from way back. We got a updated, and tell us your name.
Titus McCleary, Titus Bass.
Titus Bass, we just did an interview with him on our last show. We post that real soon. Tell us your name, sir. Next to him.
Pope Star, Popalicious, Pope-tastic, straight from Popetropolis.
And Pope, don't forget Pope Stein.
Pope Stein.
Yeah.
Dr. Pope Stein.
Yeah.
Pope Stein.
Yeah, he got they had the white smoke for this brother, the Pope. You know what I'm saying?
That's because he was barbecuing.
That's how hot it is.
So look, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Tony Copeland, but
TC.
I had to acknowledge these bass players to come out and hang out with us. I appreciate y'all for coming. Oh yeah. So my first question I always like to ask is, when did you start playing the bass and why?
Wow. I started playing the bass when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
And the story goes like this, and here's the reason why. I'm from a place called Portsmouth, Virginia, and my father had a gospel group called the Golden Tones.
All right.
He told me this story recently on how this happened. So he had signed for all of the equipment. It was a Fender Jazz bass, a flip top Ampeg amp, a Fender Stratocaster, and a real microphone. So I'm 2 years old. I'm the third oldest of 8 children. I got 5 sisters and 2 brothers and 1 brother deceased. So he came home one day with all this equipment, and I'm looking at him, and he said, "Get out the way, boy." And he took all the equipment and put it in the closet. And he said to me, it's 8 kids. He said, don't mess with that equipment.
He knew something.
So when he would go to work, I would look out of the window, and if my dad crossed Lentine, we lived on Liston. If he crossed Lentine, he was going on to work. My dad was a longshoreman. But if he put on brakes, he forgot something. So I would look, and when he crossed Lentine, I got receipts for what I'm saying. I would go in the closet and mess with the guitar, the bass, and act like I was singing on that mic. And I started. So I learned how to play in the dark. So now I'm 3. So now I'm 4. So now I'm 5. But I couldn't tell. I had to play in the dark because my sisters and brothers was gonna say, "Mama, Tony messing with that equipment." So I learned how to play. And it was a string that cut the light on, but I was too short. So I learned how to play in the dark. And when I was 6 years old, here's why I started playing, and when I started playing professionally. A guy named Hawk came to teach my daddy how to play that Fender jazz bass because they needed a bass player in the gospel group. The gospel group was called the Spiritual Wonders. So when he would come to teach my father, his name is Floyd, I would stop playing outside and come and just sit there and watch. Long story short, one day they was playing the boom, 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 boom. And it's 1967 or 68 now.
Okay.
All right, and my daddy was trying to play that thing, man. And I said, I can play it. And you know what they did? Yeah. So I sit there, and long story short, I'll make it short. I said, I can play it. And my dad said, get back. Yeah. And he scared me so bad, I started crying. He must have knew I could play this, but he said, get back. And my mom got off the bed and came, I could hear her. She was coming, and she stood at the corner, and she said, give him the bass right now. I've been listening to this boy for 5 or 10 minutes tell y'all he can play it. And y'all grown men acting, you know, we know how I would do stuff. And so they gave me the bass, and I played boom, 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 boom. And listen, this is what happened, man. Receipts. Hawk, he's still living. Hawk said, oh wow, Floyd. Y'all already know the story, right? Floyd, I ain't know you could play. Floyd. Let me fast forward. That Thursday night, I was sitting in my daddy's Corvair, and he was taking me to the rehearsal.
To church.
I had a gospel group. He was taking me to the rehearsal.
To play.
I was the bass player.
Wow.
At 7 years old.
7. 6
In a Corvair.
In a Corvair. And you know what?
Unsafe at industry.
And he would never talk to me.
Yeah, you took a job.
You know, back then, Tuesdays and Thursdays, twice a week. And that's how I started.
Took his gig.
You know what's funny about that? That's a wonderful story. It's a little bit different than everybody else's, but I appreciate it. The funny thing is, I thought he said Corvette, and the first thing came to my mind, you got 8 kids and a Corvette? You selfish. You know, you supposed to have a station wagon at least.
Yeah, down. Yeah, we had a Oldsmobile Dynamic 88.
Well, look, man, I think before I get into the normal questions, I gotta highlight your story, because you know bass players are humble. They don't like to talk about what they done did and who they play with. It's like pulling teeth for me. So I just want to mention that not only are you a bass player, is that your main instrument? Don't hesitate.
All of them.
Okay, so you play multiple instruments.
Yeah, right, multiple.
You play, what other instruments you play?
Bass, French horn, keyboard, guitar, and I'm a vocalist.
Right, a very good vocalist, by the way.
Thank you.
And in the music business, you're a producer,
Yes, I'm a
songwriter,
Right.
all of the above.
And I own a record company. It's called Dene Records. And I own an entertainment company. It's called Easy Entertainment LLC.
Okay, limited liability company.
Yes.
So look, and you've played with just give me a couple of celebrity names that you work with.
Yeah. I played bass behind Johnny Taylor.
My dog.
Yeah, I played in Europe with Frankie Beverly and Mays.
All right.
My dog.
I played for the Peerless Four. That's a professional gospel group. I played behind Jubu, the
guitar player
with
from
Jubu. Yes, Jubu. I did an album called Waterfalls that was produced by Confunction.
Okay. And was that your album?
It's my album, but
And what's the name of that album?
Waterfalls. You can look it up. Waterfalls.
All streaming services or
Yeah,
platforms,
yes.
what they call, whatever they say.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to get that out of the way because, like I say, bass players don't like to mention their body of work.
And that's a lot of work.
And I'm a big fan of body of work, even if it's like, well, I only play with my church, or even if it's like, well, we just do the bar, or you know what I'm saying, or I just play in my basement. I'm a big fan of whether it's like just starting or somebody that's seasoned bass player and legend, because you over 60, so you're a legend in my book.
Right.
If you've been working since you was 2
Yeah.
and you 60,
Actually, I never had a job. What they call it? Conventional job.
a real
A
job.
real job for a year. So I never had a vacation because it take like a year and then you get a week. And I said, I ain't never had a vacation. My mama said, yeah, but you never worked.
Right.
I always been playing music.
When you work for yourself, it's like you ain't got time for no vacation. You know what I'm saying? Well, so look, thank you for sharing that information. Now, one of my other questions that I always like to ask people is, do anybody else have any questions for this fine bassist at this time while I go to my...
I got one question. Have you ever had, this is actually one of Ives' questions, he had a spinal tap moment. I think he can explain what that is.
Yes, I can. So he's asking you, have you, any crazy things ever happen on a show, either with the band or in the audience?
Yeah.
Just the way he said,
Something's about to happen, right?
yeah. Let us know.
I was playing with a group called the Scots. And this is a gospel group. It's America's only black Southern gospel. The Spears, the Greens, you can look them up. So we was on tour. We just come out of Poland. So we're in Atlanta. And the manager, Becky Simmons, Sunlight Records. Becky Simmons.
Heard of that?
Yeah, her husband owns Sunlight Records. So
Records,
she sponsored us. So I said, I need another foot pedal. So she said, okay. She went on and bought the foot pedal. But the lead singer for the group got angry, jealous. Y'all know in this business, jealousy, woo, boy.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
And he said my guitar didn't sound right.
You need another foot pedal.
So I got a foot pedal. But he was jealous. And then he was arguing when I was on stage.
All on stage?
Yeah, we were doing a sound check. And he said, Copeland, you're not playing it right. Well, I played it like this last night and the night before. So we went outside. I said, meet me outside. He said, yeah, we met outside. Nose to nose. And this is what he told me. And he got a twin brother who played drums, identical, Terry and Jerry. And he said, you're fired.
What?
I said, in the middle of Atlanta, you're fired. And matter of fact, they took my clothes in the duffel bag and went on the tour bus and threw it on the sidewalk. We had to call us in. But
What?
I'm from Virginia, and a brother named Shed lived a house from me in Virginia, lived in Atlanta. he came to see me because he hadn't seen me in years. But they didn't know he was sitting down on the curb waiting for me to finish doing the visit. And he walked up and he said, "What's going on?" And they looked at each other and looked at him. I said, "They said I'm fired and they're throwing my clothes out." He said, "Oh no, you ain't fired. And what y'all gonna do?" This part I won't put on camera. At the reason they did what he said. He said, "So what y'all gonna do is put his clothes back, you're gonna hang him up, and he gonna play the show tonight. And then you're gonna take him back to Virginia. And then whatever y'all do in a meeting,
Y'all take care.
y'all take care of that." Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy.
And then one time I was in Germany with Philip Ingram. Philip Ingram,
Switch.
Frying 100 Ways.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
James.
James Ingram. James Ingram.
Yeah.
And we went outside and smoked a cigarette.
Oh, I thought you were about to fight again.
Yeah, no,
Go
a
ahead.
cigarette. And then we was locked up.
Oh,
Yeah, cause well, you don't really supposed to be out there
Outside the back door.
smoking cigarettes. Y'all
Way on the back door.
Yeah, that door. And so we had to knock on doors, and the police said we wasn't who we were. And all
Oh, y'all ain't no stars.
Right, yeah.
Get out of here.
And actually, he was opening up. He was singing, opening up for Prince.
Wow.
And yeah, so it's just,
that's a whole nother line of questions that I'm not gonna go through because that's one of my favorite artists is Prince.
oh, he was,
Yeah. But speaking of favorite artists, favorite bass players, man.
oh,
Favorite artists too.
Stanley Clark,
All right.
Louis Johnson,
Yeah.
Robin Dewitt with Maze. Robin Dewitt was cold.
Oh yeah.
And Frankie. My favorite group was Frankie Beverly and Maze. My favorite group was Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Yep.
Frankie took me under his wing. When we met, he took me under his wing. And that's how he let me tour with him. And
So was it you and Jubal?
Juba wasn't there.
He wasn't
Ron,
there.
I was with the old Warren
Oh,
Smith.
the original.
The original.
The original,
Ron Smith. Yeah. McKinley Williams.
Right, okay, yeah.
And so
Ron Smith played what?
guitar
You talk about my boy.
from Vallejo. Well, he played with
The Spinners?
no,
not Patty.
Patty LaBelle. That's where he come from.
No, this is.
Yeah. So Frankie Beverly, he took me on his wing.
Talking about the heavy.
Priest was his name?
Yeah.
But that was amazing.
Let him do his thing first. Go ahead.
So these are my favorite groups. I'm a guy like this. Once I hone in on something, that's it. So I really, how they say when you get your cut my teeth, hanging around with Frankie, and so then I learned all of the songs. Like I can sing every Frankie Beverly song, and he told me that I remind him of him.
That's a compliment.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and so that's my favorite groups, and I could name, but that's what come to mind.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
honestly, we can do
excuse
that
me,
all day.
Bootsy Collins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be?
Bootsy too.
Who's gonna be on our program
This year.
August 9th
I'll be here. Yeah.
at the? Well, he's gonna be playing on the music hall August 8th. It's part of Detroit Bass Day. It's going 2 days this year. Music hall and then at Motown.
I'll
But
bring my wife that time.
yeah, and bring the whole family.
That's just me and my.
Damn it! Now I gotta post this one before August. Yeah.
Okay.
So look, man, that was some great stuff, man. I can listen to you all day. What kind of bass is that you playing right there?
Sadowski.
Because when you came from Houston, you didn't bring a bass with you.
Right, we talked.
And of course, we got a bass for you, bro. And that's the host, Steve Burkhalter's bass, it's Sadowski, 4-string. He offered you to play a 5-string, but you chose the 4-string. Any particular reason why you like 4-string?
Because when I was in Germany, I played for a show, and James Gatson, the drummer for Bobby Womack, he was playing drum. And when we finished, he said, you should go to Bass Institute in California. or Guitar Institute, and I said, yeah, okay. I was in the Army, I got out in '83. But he said, also, you should write this guy right here and send him a tape. And it was Stanley Clark. So I sent the tape to Stanley Clark. And he sent it back. He sent a letter back. And he said this. He said, you're excellent, your intonation. He said, I would love to have you come to my school. But just to get that letter. And so, what you asking me?
Why the 4 instead of 5?
And on that letter, this is what he said. Remember, a bass guitar is 4 strings, not 6, 7, 8, which he was playing, the piccolo and all of that. But he put that on that. So I got a 5 string, and look, when I first came here, I said, wow. Who was that? Wow.
Everybody.
Wow.
Everybody got 5.
Yeah, and
You got
then
2 floors.
you came in.
I got 13 floors.
He came in.
15 5.
But I asked, what's his name?
Steve.
The host.
Yeah.
I said, Steve, whose guitar is this? He said, mine. Can I use it? Because the way I play, the 5 string is in the way. And so it's in the way.
That's funny that.
That's why I chose the 4.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say 4 is faster too.
It is. Because,
See, I told you.
yeah, it's fast. As a matter of fact, aren't the strings closer?
Depends on what bass.
Yeah.
Depends on what bass.
Right, depends on what bass. You
Okay.
can have 5 strings, this
Yeah.
solos are 4.
Yes, I'm looking at it.
And by you being a multi-instrumentalist, what is it that about the bass that you like? What is about the bass?
The bass, it's like Mr. Hudson said, the bass actually, when you build a house, you don't build a roof first. You build a base.
That's BASS.
Now it's fair. And so the bass is the fundamental and the foundation
Foundation.
in this song.
It's the canvas.
And so the bass and the drums.
Yeah.
Oh, I also play drums. So the bass is the foundation of everything, and it is the heartbeat of the music. And but what it is I like about bass, because I play guitar too. Like I'm a smooth jazz artist,
Right.
so I can play licks
Okay.
on the bass. I can go from slapping to just playing normal, and then I can play the licks like Norman Brown on the bass. So I picked the French one because of the dramatics and it's dun, 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 ooh.
Okay.
Another Detroit band.
Yeah, that's why I picked
That's why you
it.
picked it?
Beautiful. It's a beautiful instrument.
Yeah.
So now you live in Houston, but you from Virginia, Portsmouth.
But
That's
guess-
spelled Portsmouth.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, Portsmouth,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
So you
But we say Portsmouth.
yeah, you're an East Coast guy. Virginia's
East-
got to be right by the whole
Oh,
New
yeah.
York, Philadelphia.
Yeah. It's Virginia,
DC.
DC, North Carolina, and I'm on the 45. I mean, I live 45 minutes from Jamestown.
Yeah, so so you're an East Coast kind of,
Yeah.
and growing up, who were the people that you listened to?
Mays, Commodores, all of those groups, the Delphonics. You know, I just can't think of them all. Everybody.
Yeah,
I
well,
listen to Barry White.
oh yeah,
Because see, I'm from what they call, my mama was saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost.
There you go.
So if you weren't doing this, And you couldn't.
You wasn't playing.
I ain't gonna play in this house. Right, blues. Everything was blues. So I learned by putting my ear to the speaker and the headphone until she would wake me up at 1 in the morning and say, go to bed. So I learned like that. Everybody. I Steely Dan, Toto.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, so that's awesome, man. That you get. Did you ever have to play the record and
Still are.
put the needle down and pick it back up?
Yeah.
learn.
That's how we get to learn.
That's how we used to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we used to learn.
You slow the record down and speed it back up.
And when you put your ear to the speaker,
You can hear that vibration.
the fidelity, you actually in the studio. So I think guys from that era, this era, we play a different brand of bass or music.
Totally.
The younger people, no pun intended. They're playing music, but the feeling is soul. You gotta use it. He said, it's your soul. You gotta
Right.
play with your soul. So,
Does anybody else got any questions for this Houston bass player?
So what bass? You have what kind of bass?
oh, I got a Peavy. I have a Sterling bass,
Okay.
5-string.
Music bass?
Music man,
Okay.
yeah, music man. I like music.
Ernie
Man.
Ball.
I
Yeah, Ernie
like, Ernie Ball.
Actually, my name.
But I'm gonna buy another one. I like that bass, his brother.
Ernie Clyde.
Yeah, I like that bass.
Custom made right there. Well, he can ship and
Right, he probably gets.
he can build and ship it to you.
He
you
said
know.
he make basses, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
So I got his card.
That's good.
So
Any question? Anybody else got a question for him? Cause I ain't want to keep you, man.
Now,
you know.
all of these people you play with, who did you like playing with the most?
I like Frankie was cold, man.
I'll go with.
Listen, man.
Now, do you still keep in touch with them?
Yeah.
Because I know when he passed, Tony Lindsay is now singing.
Tony
lead.
Lindsay.
I just played with him just recently.
With the group?
Well, no, Tony comes into town and does stuff with us here
Yeah.
from Santana.
Right. So what happened was when Frankie was, he was sick the whole time.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
Jubu was already looking for another singer.
Yeah.
Now my nephew Reggie Halsey, who was a phenomenal producer, there's matter of fact, a lot of songs Jubu record of his own. That's my nephew who wrote and playing the keys. So I said, little Reggie, when Frankie passed, I know they're gonna have an audition. So he actually called Jubu. Said, Jubu, listen, you know my uncle? Yeah. So my uncle knew all the songs. Jubu said, I know, man, but we already got a guy, which was Chris Walker.
Okay.
Chris Walker, the singer with the new group out of Houston. So they went with Chris Walker, but I stay ready. You gotta stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
That's
So
right.
question. When you played with him, did you ever you heard the Don Kirshner rock concert?
No.
Okay.
You heard of that? You had heard of
Yeah, I
Don
did the
Kirshner, right?
Don Kirshner rock concert. We did a tour, so I did opening with him, and then on the Don Kirshner Don Kirshner's rock concert, it was Stanley Clark, Frankie Beverly and Mays, the Average White Band, Tower Power, the Car Wash Group,
Rose,
yeah, and the Floaters. We was all on that
wasn't
program.
there.
Okay.
I did a lot of stuff in Europe.
Yeah.
Europe. But I did, Stanley Clark, I did get a chance to play on the show. I played the Hampton Jazz Festival. Anybody been to Virginia?
Yeah.
Hampton, Virginia, Hampton Jazz Festival, Hampton Coliseum. It was Stanley Clark, Gerald Albright, Norman Brown,
All right.
War, me, and so I'm there, right? I said, oh wow, there goes Stanley Clark. Oh wow, there. And then my manager, her name was Carol. She said, hey boy. She took me outside. She said, look at that view. She said, it says what? Tony G. Copeland. But She said, you on the show too.
Right.
But I was just amazed. So but that show you asked me about, no.
Tony G. Copeland.
And good G stands Fred Sample. G stands for guitar.
So look, man. Like I said, I didn't want to keep you, but I am interested to know about your solo career.
Okay.
You've had, how many albums have you done solo? And what other recorders?
5. I have Waterfalls. I just released a single. Well, I got one coming now. It's called All Night Sugar. It's called All Night Sugar. But I just released a single called My Number One Lady. You can look that up anywhere. Go to YouTube. It's called My Number One Lady. I released that February the 14th because it's an ode to my wife. You know, she helped me to write. She wanted the money too. And one day I needed a song, and I said, I know My Number One Lady. So I released it February 14th, and I got about 40,000 views since then, and it's still climbing.
Yeah.
I got some rap music. I got a song called Trap.
Are you rapping on it?
Yeah.
Why you hesitant?
Look, good born in 1961. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of weird for me too. 'Cause we old school now, and
But what
it's a
I did
whole
was make
different-
sure the music was
Good.
was
Pulling it.
pulling it
Up to date.
up to date. So then I do smooth jazz. I got a song called Classic Moments where I'm playing guitar, smooth jazz. So my solo career goes like this. I tour as Tony G. Copeland, and I do have a band. But I set it up this way because musicians in the music industry has changed and it's very finicky. So what I did was set it up this way. I got a band, so you can hire my band, 8 pieces, or you could just hire me
And have a
and
track.
my tracks.
Oh, okay.
When I first started that,
Yeah.
people was, oh, we don't want no track. We don't want no track. So I said, you want to hire my band? Yeah, how much? So when I told them the band price, they said, how much the track show? But my track show, I got the songs edited. If you close your eyes, you
Yeah.
think the band did.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do.
Yeah.
I do a lot
Okay.
of work like that.
And
Are you on Facebook, social media?
Yeah, Tony G. Copeland.
yeah. Okay.
Facebook, Tony, and
How do you spell
Instagram.
Copeland for that?
Copeland. And you can Google that, Tony G. Copeland.
Right. And so your
I'm
tours,
Shamika.
Okay.
they when you go out, you ever get to come as far as Detroit? Your
No, not
performances?
yet. I got a lot of people asking for me on the East Coast. I usually do a lot of Louisiana, Arizona, Texas.
All
Because-
them hot places.
Yeah. But you know what? That's Southern Soul. The Southern Soul. Actually, the music, it sounds like it was in the 70s that we call blues.
Okay.
It's Southern Soul now.
Okay.
And it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Dun, 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 dun. So
That you?
that's me.
I got you. I sent you a request.
And please subscribe. It's so the music industry so finicky.
bro.
Thank you. The music industry is so finicky that I gotta have 1,000. Y'all know how we gotta have 1,000 subscribers. Now I got almost 40,000 views, but I can't get paid because I only got 300 subscribers.
Well, we're gonna help you out with that. So, anybody else have any questions for this fine bass player? All right. So I didn't want to keep you, but hopefully we covered a lot of stuff. If we wanted to follow you and help support your career, you got social medias and ways we can do that. How do we do
I
it?
do. You can go to TonyGCopeland.com. That's my website, and you can purchase the music there. You can go to Facebook.com/TonyGCopeland. You can see me on YouTube. Tony G. Copeland is my channel. And please subscribe to my channel. And what else? Instagram, all the usual. Yeah.
Okay,
And you can Google or
Google Tony
Tony
G.
G.
Copeland, and we'll
or
be able
Tony
to,
Copeland or Tony Guitar Copeland.
yeah, okay, that's good. So look, Mr. Copeland, is it? First of all, let me say this. I appreciate you coming all the way from Houston just to hang out with us here in the basement with Detroit bass players in the basement, and that's BASSMINT. I'm humbled that you wanted to come and hang out with us. I appreciate that, my brother. And last question, before you go, is there anything that you would like to say in closing?
Yes, I appreciate you for allowing me to be on this set. And I appreciate seeing all the when I first came here, it was just me, you, Steve. It's 4 or 5 of us. That's all.
And
What's your name?
Joe.
Joe was
Yeah.
here. I said, oh, okay. And then everybody started coming. I said, man, this is a big thing. And so I'm enlightened and elated to be here because when it blow up, I'll be one of the pioneers.
Well, it's blown up.
It's blowing up.
It's already
Because
worldwide.
It's already worldwide.
Yeah. It's got-
Man,
how many
we
continents are
in 200 and something countries and territories, and the reason
Well,
why you
when
have
I
to
say-
say,
You on here?
When I say blow up, you're gonna be flying to different places because they're gonna need you on the set.
oh man, I can't wait.
You're the host. It's your show. But then what else I want to say is, I got a question for you.
Yes.
How did we meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah, I said, how did I?
I'll tell you how we met. We met on YouTube. I don't know if it was a question or something, but I basically, if you translate it, bring your ass to Detroit and come and hang out. I do that to everybody all over the world that leaves comments and
And I
stuff.
saw it.
And that's how we met.
Wow.
And I saw it, and I called you. I
Yeah.
text you, then you said, call me at this number. Right.
Yeah, because I
And
ain't
so-
got time for all that texting.
Yeah, so I wanted to be here, and on my own dime, because it ain't even about money. It's about the relationship.
There you go.
You know, the world tell you it's about money first. No, relationships bring the money, right? So I came and wanted to be here, so I'm here, and I'm just elated, man. And I will return if God say the same in August. I'll be back.
Yeah, for the Detroit bass day.
Right, for the Detroit based day.
So, and so, man, I thank you. So, just play us out, Tony, and then we'll let you go.
With the hat.